10 days off, and it's still the same old Blackhawks. Offensively inept. Yep, the Blackhawks lose 2-1 to the Minnesota Wild. They came out terrible in the first period of play, only having one shot on goal. And, well, it's just one of those type of games. The Hawks play, they score one goal, and that's it. They have an offensive deficiency, and it's bad. The Hawks losing to the Minnesota Wild for the 11th time in a row to the Minnesota Wild. This is a rough loss. The Hawks come back home after having a long road trip, after having 10 days off from said road trip and from play. Maybe you could have seen some more spark, maybe a chance for us to finally find more offensive opportunities. Well, that is a big no. We actually scored a goal, but we lose 2-1 to the Minnesota Wild. And it frankly was not even close in that first period of play. The Hawks could have gone down 5-0 in the first period if it wasn't for Peter Mrazek. Mrazek, once again, stood strong in net, playing well. He got crushed in net and still played phenomenal in tonight's action. Shots on goal in the first period, 11-1 to the Minnesota Wild in the first. Second period, 8-9 for your Chicago Blackhawks in the second, and 6-11 for the Blackhawks in the third. Total shots on goal, 25-21 Minnesota. Hawks on the power play. Once again, our power play still continues to struggle. 0 for 2 in today's game. Same with Minnesota going 0 for 2. Face-off percentage, the Hawks were at 56% at the dot, but can't generate offense when you can't score goals. That's how this team is. The Hawks have hard time trying to find the back of the net. They got the power plays, they don't score. They had the empty net for 2.5 minutes of play, and extra attacker leads to 2 shots on goal. Yeah, there's some issues. We saw a fight, and it was a good fight. It lasted long. Marcus Foligno of the Wild versus Jared Tenorti. It lasted about 45 seconds or so. Goals of the game came in the first period of play by the Minnesota Wild to start it all off. At 12:27 in the first period, Lucchini scores his first of the season, assisted by Lettieri and Duhaime to make it a 1-0 Minnesota lead in the first. This goal, no one saw it go in until 30 seconds later, and Toronto basically told the Hawks, you have to blow the horn to stop play because the puck went into the net. It's 1-0 Minnesota. Hawks had one shot that period. They don't look good. They go into the second period of play, though, and they were the better team. The Hawks come out with an attack. They knew they were getting their butts kicked in, and they come out playing with good press. They had a few chances. It comes midway through the period when the Hawks get into a fight with Tenorti and Marcus Foligno, and we see the Hawks manage to get momentum. At 13:44 in the first period, scored by number 17, Nick Foligno. His 10th of the season, assisted by Kurashev and Radish. This was a great passing play to go into the offensive zone attack. Radish takes the puck into the offensive zone, goes backhand pass across over to Kurashev. Kurashev leaves it, sends it right to the slot, through the slot over to Foligno at the doorstep, and puts it in. Hawks on the board. It's tied 1-1. Hawks played well that period. They had a chance to make it a 2-1 game, or maybe a 3-1 game if they were able to score after that. They don't. We go to this third period of play tied up 1 apiece. And, well, it was a good battle, and then Minnesota was able to capitalize. At 10:07 in the third period, Marcus Foligno scores his 9th of the season, assisted by Lettieri and Brock Faber. Yeah, that guy who's trying to battle Bedard for the Calder, but we all know Bedard's going to win the Calder, even though he's missed the last month of play. But Bedard's still a better rookie. Yeah, the Hawks lose this thing 2-1 to the Minnesota Wild, and well, that's how this game goes. The Hawks offense still struggles after having a 10-day off break. Next game is against the New York Rangers, and that's going to be an interesting matchup just because the Rangers are trying to compete, and the Hawks are the last place team in the NHL. So down in the comments down below, I want to hear what your thoughts were on tonight's action, and thank you for watching the broadcast. Please leave a like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. And most of all, well, it's the same Hawks.